I'm just not feeling right. And I was starting to get scared. I just remember the doctors and nurses going, "This isn't good." At that point, I passed out. 2 days later, I wake up. What's going on? Just tell me what is going on. Scott came in. He said, "Well, you almost died." "4:22 a.m. We wanted a second child. One day, I realized that I was pregnant. We were overjoyed because we already had a daughter, and then found out we were going to have a son. My pregnancy was very normal. Life is great. I was in my 36th week of my pregnancy and started not feeling well. I called my doctor, said, "I'm just not feeling right." As the day it got worse and I was starting to get scared, so about midnight, he said, "Let's just come on in and have a baby." Scott and I went, and I felt a little bit better at that point, but we got to the hospital. All of a sudden, things were starting to happen quickly. I could feel around me like something wasn't normal. I started feeling like weird pressures like through my body and like, oh gosh, something is just not right. I just remember in a foggy kind of haze, the doctors and nurses going, "This isn't good." They said, "Turn to the other side." And at that point, I passed out. 2 days later, I wake up. I don't really know what has happened to me. I wake up and I'm like, I'm in so much pain, but oh gosh, I'm going to have a baby. Like I didn't even know Zach had been born. Scott came in and I said, "What's going on? Just tell me what is going on." He said, "Well, you almost died." And I was like, "What?" My husband said, "Oh my gosh, you bled out 6 times." Seeing his face that day and not realizing what he had already been through, he basically has 2 babies, and not sure that his wife was going to live and figure out how he may potentially have to parent alone. I asked the doctor, I said, where did all that blood come from? Like, where did they get that? And he said, it came from the Red Cross. Life got back on track and I went back to work and we got our life balance. And then about 2 years later, I was sitting at work and an email came through. Our building is going to do a blood drive. And then it said the goal is 40 pints of blood. And it just stopped me. I mean, I can remember that now. And I thought I was a blood drive. What if somebody hadn't done a blood drive? You can be living a normal life every day. You don't really think about what the Red Cross can be for you or that you would ever need it. You're like, oh, that's going to be somebody who's in a tornado or has a fire in their home or there's a national disaster. But you don't think on any given day that you might be a blood drive and that people rely on that to be alive today. To those people who gave 42 pints of blood, every day I'm working hard at saying thank you and giving back.